not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Chronic Gamer. My name is Matt, and this is my final thoughts and redirect video for episodes 8, 9, and 10 of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. So go ahead, click the link in the description, check it out, come back here, let me know what you think in the comments. The reason why I am dressed differently is because I didn't have time to record my final thoughts video after I recorded the reaction, so forgive me if I'm missing a few things here. I'm trying to remember. I had to rush to school, and now I'm out of school, so I'm trying to remember what everything that happened during the reaction. If you're currently watching this on YouTube and you want to see next week's reaction video, check out the link to my Patreon, link in the description. You can check out early access to all my videos over there on YouTube. And yeah, so we had, the first episode was focused more on the aftermath of where we left off in the previous reaction video. Reen and Shirou get a little closer. They have lunch together. She explains how her magecraft works and how it's been passed down, which is kind of contradictory to her point in the previous episodes where she was saying like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have told me everything about how what you use for your magecraft, Shirou, but I guess because they're in an alliance now, and since I suspect that she has a little bit of a crush on him, she was like willing to divulge that information to him. But they're immediately attacked by what are they called? Like the Bounded Spirits or something? Or I forget what they're called. No, not Bounded Spirits. They're, no, it's a one-word thing. I'm forgetting what it's called now. But they were like golems, she called them, but they have another name that doesn't just encompass golems. They're like a wider array. But they were attacked by those, and they were unsure of who was causing it. And it made you believe that it was Shinji, who we found out is the master of Rider. And it turns out that he was using Rider to suck the mana out of like all of the people in the school. But then Caster shows up, and we don't know who Caster's master is yet at this point. Caster shows up impersonating Rider and then kills the real Rider, which was really interesting. And it showed Shinji's true colors, because if you know, he's been like arrogant this whole time, but then he started crying like a little baby. So that was pretty funny and interesting. But yeah, more on that coming up, because that story doesn't end there. All right, so then we cut to the next episode, and you know, it's the aftermath of what had happened at the school, and we find out that Gilgamesh has been like watching the Mato family, and that's very interesting. We don't know who Caster's master is yet, so they're like trying to find out who Caster's master is, and they can't right away. They suspect it's like some other kid in their school, and I'm forgetting his name, so that's never gonna happen. But Shirou has him take off his shirt and reveals that he doesn't have any command seals or anything, so it's not him. And yeah, that's all I can really remember from that episode. I'm probably missing some things. This final thoughts video is not going to be perfect, but I did say a lot of what I wanted to say in the reaction video, so you'll have to make do with that. What I really liked, though, was episode 10. They find out that like the teacher who that same kid looked up to as like a brother was really Caster's master, and he's like a bitch, like a son of a bitch, I should say. He calls himself a murderer, and he has no regard for caring about really anything. He just lets Caster do whatever the hell she wants, which includes summoning other servants, which is interesting as hell. And he's got this magic fighting ability in his fist, which was awesome. And he was going up against Saber hand-to-hand, and then he went to fight Shirou hand-to-hand. I'm sorry, Shirou and Shinji. I'm trying not to say the wrong one. So he went against Shirou, and Shirou used his projection magic, which we didn't know he had, to visualize and summon blades that are very similar to the ones that Archer was using, and he was an ultimate badass. So I can't wait to see him develop that skill, because that was really cool. And yeah, so that's pretty much where we left off, with Caster revealing herself as this teacher's servant, and you know, the war is still going. They retreated. They didn't end up settling that fight, so we're going to see something badass coming up soon, I'm sure. And yeah, it was a fun time, and as always, I'm loving the artwork, I'm loving the animation, and the use of CGI in the show is just so perfect. I've said it many times, I'm not a huge fan of CGI. I like it when it's done right. In most movies, I don't care for it because it looks a little over the top, unless it's done right, that is. And in anime, sometimes it looks way out of place, but in this, it fits perfectly, and you can see and tell everything is done properly. So yeah, I really liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Chronic Gamer. Peace.